So in this video today, I'm going to be doing another test with the dual motor versus single motor with an amp meter. I'm going to be doing a flat ground test. I don't know if you see my other video, I was doing takeoff tests. I did a little bit of an incline, toggling between single and dual, taking the amp readings and seeing the difference. You know, is it what they say, you know, running two motors is going to burn twice the power as a single. So I had a couple comments and viewers wanted to see a flat ground test only. So I'm going to do a set, I don't know how the distance yet, it'll be about a mile. I'm going to set it in power level like 2 or 3. So I'll just get a nice 20-mile cruising speed. You know I won't be varying throttle. And then I'll do it once in single and I'll do it once in dual motor. And then we'll see the amp meter and see what the results are. So let me show you the meter and equipment again. So once again, I got the volts and amps, and this is wired directly into the battery output. Here's it's picking up the power from the charging port of the battery. So you're getting actual voltage of the battery. And then here's the current meter. And you can see it's right on the positive coming out of the battery. Here's coming out of the battery. I have this little adapter, and then here's feeding the two controllers. So I'm taking readings directly from the output of the battery. So there's no questions, you know, what the displays are saying, no matter what's happening. All we'll be looking at the displays. This is the speed I'm going, and to make sure I only have one motor on. And then you'll be able to see the amps it's pulling when I'm riding. So let me get on the bike and we'll get this going. All right, so this is the dual motor test. I gotta restart it. I just tried it. So what I had to do is I had to balance the power out. I have to keep the rear on power level 3, front on power level 5, and then maintain the throttle to try to hold a 22-mile-an-hour speed. That's the only way I can get both motors running at even amount of power. So I had it to about 200 watts on the rear and 170 on the front. Anything other than that, the back starts overpowering, and then you don't see much load when I'm just cruising. My takeoffs, my hard takeoffs, like you see in my other video, that's where you're using full power on both motors because you're going full throttle all out. So let me do this again. So I'm going to hold a 22-mile-an-hour speed, and we'll see what we got here. I'm going to ease into it. Okay, so right now I got 185. Oh man, it's hard to read this. Drawing about 11 amps. Right there I got 140 and 300. And I'm at 9.6 amps. So right now, cruising at 22 miles an hour. It's about 11 amps. It's about, I would say it's averaging about 10 and a half. 11 to 9. Right towards the end, I had a nice long flat area. I was pulling 11 and a half amps. And I was at about 280 on the rear and 240 at the front, right? All around the same time. So just around, I would say about 250, 250, and I was pulling 11 and a half amps. And that was at 22 miles an hour. So now I'm gonna shut the front wheel off. And I'm gonna run just the rear wheel and do the same thing. Let's get it up to 22, hold it, And let's see, I was hovering on that trail anywhere from 10.8 to 12 amps, but my long graduals, it was hitting around 11 and a half. So let's try this. So power level 5, and I'm gonna toggle with the throttle. All right, about 21, 22. Right now, yeah, same thing. Averaging like it's going from 370 to 500 watts. Right now I'm at, well, 12.9 amps, 11.6. You can just see it spiked up, 13.9. Holding. Right now I'm pulling 430 watts, 450. Back to 360. 12.1, 13.6, 12.7, 11.3. There's 9, but that was a quick second. So that was, once again, the rear 750. So here goes the front. We're gonna do the front motor as the front 500 watt. So same thing, I'm gonna get up to 22 and hold it. A little slower getting there, but it's getting there. So right off the bat, I can see it. Hold on. 416 watts, 12.4, 11.6. Let me see some here. Right now I'm putting it in power level 4. Okay, this is actually a good speed. You can see it. I'm holding right at 22. I'm pulling 354 watts. Right now it's at 10. 413 watts, 10.9. So my last test I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to a cruising speed with this amp meter going at a set speed, and I will toggle off one motor, and let's see if the amperage stays, because that's where it's gonna then, instead of 50-50 on the motors, it's gonna put it all to one motor, and let's see what happens. Already at a cruising speed. Okay, holding right around 11 amps, okay? Now I'm gonna turn the front wheel off. 11.4, front wheel's going off, okay. Still holding. Look at that, hold on, trying to get back to 13 amps. The amperage just jumped up, 12.7. I'm holding 21. Okay, back to 11. 9.6. Let's try this. Turn this one on. Turn the back off. you can see this is front wheel hitting 22, 12.7. Okay. I'll tell you what, honestly, I think that's enough for flat ground testing. I'm gonna put all this together, but there's not enough to be able to tell. I mean, honestly, you can see in the video, no matter what I do, one motor, one 750 watt, or if I do one 500 watt, or I'm running both and setting it so I'm getting combined 50-50 power. Let me take this phone out of here. Yeah, so whether I'm running the rear motor or I'm running the front motor or running both at one time, when I'm getting to a set speed, 22 miles an hour, it's hovering right in between, you know, like I said, due to the terrain. I mean, it's, like I said, from here to the end, as far as you can see, elevation's about the same, but you have gradual little ups and downs. That's where you see the variance, like it going from 10.8 to, say, you know, a couple times it would hit 13 for a quick split second and then drop, but it was averaging around 11.6. And most of the time when it's getting in the middle, that's where it was staying. Only time I see more of a really spike in this is when I'm taking off in dual motor versus taking off in single motor. But like the other videos show, I'm getting there twice as fast. So if I'm pulling twice the amperage taking off, I'm spending half the time at that amperage. So that's where in the first video the math added up. So all right, hopefully this helps with the flat ground test. I mean, if you have any other ideas, scenarios that you want to see done, let me know. I mean, I'm keeping this meter and equipment. It's easy to throw on there. I can put it on there in about 2 minutes. It's just plug and play. So hopefully this video helps. All right, thanks for watching.